Hi, I'm Carrie Kaufman, and today I have with me Julie Seal-Gaustad, CEO of Mirus Promotions. Thanks for joining me, Julie.
Thank you.
Julie and I have worked together for, I think, 3 or 4 years. And when we got started, you had 1 team member. How many do you have now?
Internally in the office, there's 10 of us, but total employees, we have over 230.
So a little bit of growth.
Mm-hmm.
And through that process, you have learned a lot about building a team, specifically about leading a team of millennials, right? I think maybe 100% of your employees would fit into that category, at least pretty darn close.
90%-ish,
All right, so let's talk a little bit about that. So what are some of the things that you have learned about leading millennial generation specifically? What do they look for, or what's helped you to be successful leading this particular type of individual?
Well, thinking about any generation, you really have to think about not as a whole, but as the individual. So what could be myths about millennials, think about the individual. But it is all about recruiting and how you advertise and market the position that you have open, as well as the actual interview process. We have a 4-step interview process for our office team, and they have to go through each individual step and don't move on if we don't think that they even passed the first phone screening. We want people who want to grow with the company and grow themselves. So learning about them up front is really important before they even come on. Do they align with our core values? And then we also have a 2-week training process. So we don't just throw people in there, or we have them with a mentor and somebody who works alongside with them. You know, I found that they're really big on, they're very loyal, and they want to grow personally, they want to grow with the company. They come in thinking, I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna move up. And what you have to remember as the business owner is that they may not be with you until the end of time, or 40 years like our parents were with a company. But what can you do to help them grow for the next thing, in hopes that perhaps maybe they'll stay with you for a longer period.
And you've had good success rate. I can't think of really like a mishire that you've had. Your process is serving you well. The attrition that you've had, I would consider to be pretty natural attrition, always for positive reasons, right? And you have had several who have stayed and grown with the company and moved into management and leadership roles, right? Which you created for them, right?
My favorite part, I would say, of running my own company is to be able to grow these people and offer them opportunities. And you know, when you do your performance reviews, you talk about 1-year, 3-year, 5-year goals, just like we do in business, and then think about what are some opportunities that you can provide to them as individuals to help them grow where they want to grow. And like we talked about previously, they also really like to be involved and in the decision making and other projects. So perhaps there's a person in operations, but they really have a passion for blog writing, or for social media, or for systems development and management. So giving them those opportunities, and
that are a little bit outside of their job description, but giving them a special project or an area where they can develop and learn and contribute.
Right, and help the company ultimately. So.
And that's one of the things that I've noticed about your team, having worked with a lot of them also, is that they're all eager to contribute, that they love it. And I know that that's a culture you fostered, and that's also stereotypically a trait of that generation, is that they're looking for meaningful work, they're looking to contribute. So I think one of your key success factors have been that you've allowed that, and you've created the space and opportunities for them to do that.
It's all about empowering them. And the other thing along those lines too is that they want to work for companies that do more than just the work that they do and serving the client. So we're really big on giving back in the community. We work with UC San Diego Morris Cancer Center on a number of events each year, as well as Buy One, Give One, where we can give on a global scale. And so I really think that they align with that as well.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for sharing your tips and advice. I know this is an area of struggle for a lot of business owners and leaders that maybe just cross-generationally haven't quite figured that out. So I think these are really valuable tips that will help a lot of different leaders. So thank you so much for your time, Julie.
Thank you for having me. Okay.